Morning, morning, countdown to pacemaker. It's Thursday morning, it's 10:15. I've got a bit of a dry sort of throat today, bit of a cough. Oh, I've just been getting a whole load of stuff into the back of the shop. Alfie's currently looking after it to go upstairs. There's been a few change rounds while I've not been here. I think they've added some miner's lamps up into the window, moved some stuff upstairs. We've got an antique table down here as well. But the biggest thing is this just arrived. This giant set of flowers. Now, I never get flowers. And I got flowers last week for my birthday. And I've got flowers again. Now, I don't know who it's from. So, let's find out. To Georgina, Simon and crew, happy spring from across the pond. Bill. Now, I think this is Bill, one of my students. Bless him. Oh, I'm going to have to say a thank you. That's so very lovely. Oh, isn't that nice? Happy spring. Oh, what a beautiful set of flowers. Thank you very much, William. I always call you William. I didn't know I was supposed to call you Bill. You never said. So yeah, let's find somewhere to put the glorious flowers, as I literally have no space in here at the moment. So I'm going to leave them there a moment. And I'll figure out where I'm going to put them. I'm just getting orders together. I've got a little man, I'll cover it up. A little man figure, a red jasper skull, some selenite wands, and some rose quartz star and moon. So I've got all them to wrap this morning. But I think I need a tissue. My nose is running. Oh dear. Look how good upstairs is starting to look. We're getting there. Just brought some more stuff up. Didn't get me too out of breath, so I'm going to put these on the shelves and then go and sort some orders out. So it's a bit cold today, and I've left my coat in the car, so I'm wearing one of the, well, it's kind of a scarf. It's not one that I sell, it's just a random one that we kind of use in the shop for display and stuff. It's rather cold. I've just been watching a wool video on where to get your wool cheaply from. I thought I'd do a bit of research because I tend to buy them at shops at the moment, and you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. So I thought I'd look up what the best wool shops online are, as opposed to going to Aldi or, you know, the local ones that I found. And I managed to find a Woolly Warehouse, which is a wholesale wool business. So you have to buy a little bit more in bulk, not massive bulk, but like 10 instead of just oddball. But I think it's a really good idea, and you don't have to be a business to have an account, which is fantastic. So I have joined up to that so I can keep aware of what wool I might need, although I've probably got enough wool for the entire year. I've now got a video on preparing for your implantable I can't even, isn't it long? Preparing for your implantable I'm crocheting, by the way. Preparing for your implantable cardioverter defibrillator implantation. A patient and family video. Right. So it's a bit quiet. It tends to be at lunchtime. So I've had my sandwich. I'm doing some crochet. Doing blue at the moment. And yeah, I'm just sort of entertaining myself because I've done the orders. I've wrapped all the packages that need collecting tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's starting to hit me a little bit now. Not that it hadn't already hit me before, but before it seemed something that was far away in the distance. Now it's not. It's something that's actually happening next Wednesday. And loads of people said, yeah, it's alright, it's nothing to be scared of, you'll be fine. It's not a very long process, you're in and out in the same day, but I'm going to be like the bionic woman. I'm going to, you know, I love gadgets. I'm literally going to be the gadget woman. I'm going to have a gadget attached to me. So there's part of my stomach that churns when I think about it, having wires in there, permanent wires. I mean, I've got artificial heart valve, but that was something that happened while I was under. I couldn't decide on that one. That was we really need to fix this because your heart valve has failed, so this is what we're doing. But it's not like they could just wake me up and go, right, this is what we're doing, because it was more of an emergency situation. It was like, right, that's what's happening. Whereas this, I've got time to dwell on it, I suppose, just like all the other stuff, the cardio version and the ablation. Now, all of those, time to sort of ponder about it. Thank you very much to Al. Al, one of my subscribers, follows me on Instagram as well, was a cardio nurse, I think I read that right, and he said that I can sleep on that side. So that's one question answered, which is great. And also, once it's healed, by the way, also another one you guys replied with was getting a trolley with wheels so I can do my shopping. Genius idea. God, I look like an old woman, don't I? It's warmer, it's fine. Oh yeah, a trolley with wheels on, so when I'm out doing shopping, I'm not trying to carry anything with this hand. I've got my little trolley on this side, which is fine. I'm just so used to certain doing things, you've kind of got to adjust it. I read somewhere that the hospitals often give you a sling. You don't need the sling, but they kind of do it so that you remember not to lift your arm, because it's just such a normal thing to do. It's just lift your arm, depending on whatever you're doing. So having the sling is almost like a, you know, don't lift it just yet. It's not time. So I was thinking, I've forgotten to do 3 reverse. This is called frogging, apparently. When you pull the wool out because you've done it wrong, because you go rip, 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 rip. Apparently that means it's frogging. Anyway, so next I think what I need to focus on is getting a bag ready. Now, they say that it's like a day thing, you don't have to stay in overnight, but very occasionally, if they have concerns and want to keep you under surveillance, they'll keep you overnight. So I need to pack a bag, obviously pyjamas, but can't be over my head, can it? See, these are the things. Can't put it over my head, because how am I going to put it over my head when I can't lift my arm? So it's going to need to be like you know those old style pyjamas where you button them up, something like that. So that's on my shopping list. I've got plenty of old t-shirts and stuff, but that's no good to me, is it? So it needs to be something that I can tie in the middle, I suppose. Same with clothing. After the operation, you need clothing that is easy to get on and off without having to lift your arm. So I've got some blouses and shirts, so I'll have to go with that. But I get cold really easily, so I'm normally wearing a full top. So out come the cardies and shirts and stuff. I'm thinking, what else would you pack? You've got your usual toilet bag with, which I've already got one, because, you know, I was going to be this travelling queen all over the place, the new Jane McDonald, but then heart issues slowed me down again. Not for long though, I'll be back on it. I'll be doing more trips like Buxton and more different places. I've just got to get through this first. So yeah, toilet bag, usual stuff, shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. Not that I'll need to shampoo my hair, or whether I'll be able to, because that's another thing. Won't be able to wash my hair. You can't get it wet for 7 days. So I'm going to need assistance. So it might be a Simon, please help me wash my hair. Even drying your hair. You know, I swap hands with the hairdryer. How can I do that if I'm only using the one arm? Just dry this side, you know. So that's something else to think about. And then I was thinking, what else should I take? If I'm going to be waiting around for the operation to happen, why don't I just take my crochet and my video camera, so I can like vlog beforehand and maybe just keep myself entertained? Because apparently you go in at 11 to get admitted, but the op is somewhere between 2 and 6 o'clock. I'm the afternoon, so I don't know how long I'll have to wait for. And then when I come back up, apparently you're awake pretty quickly, because you're not out as such, you're just sedated. I want to be sedated. You're sedated, and then you come round pretty quickly afterwards, which is good, because I hate coming out from general anaesthetic. It's one of the worst things out of everything. I think coming out of anaesthetic and also drain tubes, they're the worst out of everything that's happened to me. They were the worst things. I hate the feeling of coming out of anaesthetic, and also I had these tubes here, and you can see the stuff like moving in and out of them, and then they say cough when they pull them out, and they keep going. They're like, where the hell was that tube? And it's so long, and it's that turns your stomach a little bit. Anyway, I've gone off on one here. So yeah, I'm thinking crochet. Obviously I'll have my phone, I'll take a phone charger, I'll take my camera with the spare battery should I need it. Won't need my laptop because I don't plan to stay in that long to need to do it, but obviously if there is any complications and I need to stay, I'll get Simon to bring a laptop or something to keep me entertained. What else? Usual stuff, slippers, that kind of thing. Oh, I tell you what I need to remember, actually. Like something to put my jewellery in, or not even take it, that might be even a better idea. Leave my rings and necklace at home and put them back on when I get home. That's not a bad idea, because you kind of don't want those things to go walkies, and I'm not going to have two hands to be able to put it back on again. But it'll be weird not having my rings on. That'd be strange. So yeah, anything else? If there's anything else you think I've missed of what I need to take to the hospital, let me know. I mean, the plan is that Simon's going to drop me off and go home again and then pick me up later. Visitors are discouraged, apparently. So if I am staying in overnight, there will be a possibility of visiting between 6 and 8. So Alex could pop in, or whoever, to visit. But otherwise, I should be in and out the same day, so that'll be all right. And then I've literally cleared my diary. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I can just be at home, potter, and get used to having this thing in my chest. I think they're soluble stitches, so I don't need to go back in to have them taken out. But I do have to go back in 6 weeks for like a checkup. And I think every 6 weeks for a while, and then they start to spread out the checkups and stuff. What I find quite fascinating is that apparently some people are given a way of like logging in, so you can send the information from your pacemaker to the hospital, so remotely they can find out how you're doing. Isn't that great? It's a little bit like the Invisalign, where what did they say it was called? Scanbox, I think, where you put it in your mouth with your phone, you attach it onto your phone, you put it in your mouth, and you kind of scan the teeth, and you send it to them every week so they can see how your teeth are doing. Genius. Some of the technology is just genius. And that's next Tuesday. So I'll be doing a vlog next Tuesday rather than Wednesday. And I will include the whole Invisalign visit and fitting and stuff. Yeah, so this weekend I'm hoping to take it fairly straightforward, fairly easy. I've got teaching tonight. I'm in the shop tomorrow and Saturday. No plans for Sunday. Maybe the second-hand shops, we'll see. Monday I'll be in the shop again. Tuesday day off, but I'll be doing maybe Eurovision videos, would depend on where I'm up to. And then preparation, well, Tuesday is Invisalign, preparation for the op on the Wednesday. So there we are. And I've realised I've been chatting for ages. It's like a talking head, isn't it? So yeah, there we are. So I finished my first square for the current tank top sort of style top that I'm making. So I'm just getting the next ball of wool out. One of the Aldi cake if you want to call it that. It's the ombre yarn in blue. Anyway, I've been watching York Cardiology. I've watched this guy a lot on YouTube. Really helpful whenever I've had a heart issue, which is quite a lot. He's really, really good. He knows his stuff. So I've just watched one on ACD, which is the pacemaker that I'm getting. And it's talking about what it's like to get one, why you need them, the pros and the cons and that kind of thing. The bit that slightly made me kind of put my video camera on to tell you this, £10,000. That's what how much the ICD costs. So I'm assuming it's actually more than that, because then you've got the cost of the hospital and the doctors themselves and you know, anaesthesia and all of those things. Isn't that a lot of money? You kind of realise how grateful you are that you... Why is this making me upset? You realise how grateful you are and the support that you get from the NHS, that we don't have to pay for things like Americans do. Because I was also watching a video before this of a guy in America who was saying what it was like to have one and how much money it cost him and stuff. And it's like, wow, I don't have to pay for this. I'm getting this for free that will save my life if my heart stops. It's quite astounding, really. So thank you, NHS. We need to strive more for the NHS. I've always been a huge supporter of Leeds Hospital, done all sorts of charity events to help raise money for them. But anyway, that kind of shocked me a little bit. That's a lot of money. It's an awful lot of money. Interesting. Right, I'm going to start on... I'll show you the first one. I'm going to start on the second one. Here's the first one. So this is either the front or the back, and I'm going to make one the same, which will be either the front or the back. And it'll get sewn together to create a top. I have a feeling it might be a bit too big, but once I've given it a bit of a wash and softened the wool, should be okay. Or yarn, that Americans seem to want to call it. I don't really know what the difference is between wool and yarn, so if anybody else knows, do let me know. Just in a lesson with Chris, it went very well. I suggested a few new songs for Chris. We've been working on I'm Yours. I suggested You're Always a Woman to Me, Billy Joel, and also Wherever You Will Go by The Calling, because he does a lot of weddings. I thought that they might be suitable. The next student that was supposed to arrive was 20 minutes late, so that's not happening. And I'm now sat in front of the computer ready for my last session with Bella, who's got her drama exam at the end of April. So so we need to finish off her drama stuff. She's doing an improvisation and a piece of script, which is from The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, which some of you might remember. Some of you probably won't know. It's a certain age that would remember Adrian Mole. So that's me done for today. It's now 7:10. I've done my session with Bella, preparing for her drama exam. This is a bonus vlog. I don't normally put a vlog out on Thursdays, but I've realised the amount of footage I've got. Why the heck not? So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow and I will keep you updated of what's going off. Bye, loves.